stuff. So that's kind of yeah, we did like 3 weeks of it. So hopefully everyone's had the opportunity to kind of use it and stuff. Yeah, hopefully it's worked well. If not, tough. We'll probably be doing it again and advancing on to K guard pretty soon. We're going to look at kind of more of a seated guard. So Corey stood up. We've not really kind of looked at some of the ideas, some of the things that we may want to kind of do in this position. So one of the things that's really important when we're in a kind of a seated guard is understanding kind of, you know, what the position gives us. So if I'm in a position where I'm in an open guard and my feet are on the outside, this is where Corey has the opportunity to leg lock me. Okay? So a lot of the time when I kind of roll with people for the first time and I'm really not sure, you know, what kind of game they've got or where they're playing, things like that. The first thing I will always do is have my feet on the inside, because then it's a lot harder for them to attack my ankles and legs. So this is just something that I really like as a positional thing to kind of really focus on. Okay, so first things first, Corey's going to step in. He's going to come in with both feet on the outside. Okay, so this is my first position we're going to look at. Alright, what I don't want to do is I don't necessarily kind of just flop to my back, because this takes away some of my entrance. Now it's a lot harder for me to engage and start getting any sort of leg entanglements, but also guards. So even if you don't like leg locking, like from this position, it can be a little more difficult to get guard. The benefit is that I have got a little bit of a better frame, but it's only a better frame if, when Corey starts trying to move me, I take my elbows away from my knees. That's the only time it's a better frame, you know, when he's able to manipulate me. But if I stay in this position here and he starts moving me, yeah, I'm always trying to keep my elbows and knees quite close together. The other thing that I'm looking for as well is wrist control. Okay, so when he's above me, I want to have bottom wrist control. Okay, so when I get to this position, I want to have this kind of bottom wrist control initially. Yeah, we may start switching, looking for arm drags and some sweeps and stuff. But all we're going to do, just to get used to the position, feet on the inside, elbows and knees together, and Corey's just he's not going to go 100%, he's just going to try and move around. So he's going to try and move me around, he's going to try and get in. I'm just looking to keep my feet on the inside, get my hooks, look at getting my grips. If I do end up going down, yeah, retreat back, go back into this position, just to kind of get used to the position. Does that make sense? So you're open guard where, you know, you don't have any initial connections. It's, you know, he's got, you know, lots of opportunity to move around as well as through, over, under, and all that kind of thing. So his guard passing game is quite good. So what we really need to think about when we're in this kind of seat guard position is start creating a connection as quickly as possible. That's going to give us the opportunities to start attacking. So one of the ways that I like to do this is go initially into a shin on shin position. Okay, so if Corey's kind of stood square like this, one of the things I like to kind of play around with is what's called an idiot sweep. So just taking my feet behind the legs and then pushing on the thighs. It is surprisingly effective. We're not going to drill it for 5 minutes now, but when we go into the next drill, just have a quick go and then you get the idea of what happens. But even if I don't get it and end up doing this is where they tend to change the stance a little bit and end up going into kind of more of a staggered stance. Okay, so whichever leg's the first leg, sorry, the lead leg, that's where I'm going to go into a shin on shin. Okay, so for me though, what I really want to do is I want to change the angle. Okay, so it just gives it a little bit of a harder angle for Corey to go straight to a pass. So if I go into this position here, it's a lot easier for Corey to start stepping round, and because I'm having to frame on both legs, it makes it really difficult. So you want to get him into that position where they're staggered, so you might go to here first, or you might just kind of pull the foot. Okay, I've already created that angle. I'm going to go in and just hook here. Okay, so outside arms nice and tight, this foot's going on the inside, shin on shin, knees up, yeah, so it's horizontally up. Don't do that, that's not going to give you anything. You want to have as much connection with your shins as possible. This is going to give us the opening into some leg lock stuff in a second. Okay? So, his square stance first, yeah, I'm just going to convince him to kind of move. Yeah, I've created the angle without having to take that hip out because I've just dragged that leg. You'll see Gordon Ryan do this an awful lot at the moment. He tends to go outside, but it's really cool. Knees up here, Yeah, and I'm not worried about that knee coming to my chest. We'll see why in a second. Okay, so this is the initial position. This hand that's not hooked, this is your hand that's kind of stopping that big step round. Yeah, so if he tries to step, just going to stop there. I'm not staying here too long, but it's just to stop that initial step. Okay, so stagger the stance, get on the outside, frame, and then just get into this position. See how knees nice and high. Yeah, give that a go. 1, 2, 3.